Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In previous video, we talked about finite verbs and non-finite verbs and its types, right? And we discussed 4 types. Just I introduced only types in that video. So in this video, I'll be talking about one of the types of non-finite verbs, that is infinitives. What are infinitives? So before we will get into infinitives, we have to know what are base verbs. Play, watch, jump, read, write, bowl, cook, prepare. These are all etc. These are all base verbs. When we add to before base verbs, they become infinitives. To play, to watch, to jump, to write, to prepare, to cook, to bowl, to bat, to beat, to shout. These are all infinitives. When to is added before base verbs, they become infinitives. Because why do we call them infinitives? They have different functions. We'll get into functions, okay? I hope we have understood the definition of infinitives. Adding to before base verbs, they become infinitives. This is clear, right? We'll discuss functions, okay? Look at the functions of infinitives. First one, it acts as a noun. Second one, it acts as an adjective. Third one, to talk about purpose, we use infinitives. Purpose means why we do something. Reason why we do something, right? These are all 3 functions. So we'll get into examples one by one. First, I'll be focusing on nouns. How infinitives play noun roles. Okay? She likes to play. In this sentence, to play is the infinitive. How does it play noun role? If I remove to play and keep apples, then the meaning is she likes apples. Just replace, remove infinitive terms and replace any noun. She likes to play. If I remove to play and keep apples, she likes apples. The sentence has own meaning, right? The sentence gives meaning. Akhil loves to eat. Here, to eat is an infinitive and it acts as a noun. In the place of infinitive, just replace parents. Akhil loves parents. I prefer to write. Here, to write is the infinitive and replace movies in that position. I prefer movies. I hope these examples are clear, right? We'll discuss more examples, okay? Remember, if you remove infinitive in that position, in that sentence, and replace any noun, and the sentence has own meaning, right? She likes to play. She likes apples. Akhil loves to eat. Akhil loves parents. I prefer to write. I prefer movies. So what did I do? I just removed infinitives because they act as nouns. So in the place of infinitives, so I have taken a couple of nouns, apples, parents, movies, and I kept them in the position of nouns. And these sentences give full meaning, right? So that's how infinitives play noun roles. So we'll discuss more examples, okay? So no need to get confused in the beginning. So it will take time to understand the concept. So I'm giving you examples to make you to give you more clarity, okay? Another 5 examples. I hate to talk. She likes to swim. I want to go. We dislike to watch. They have to complete. In these examples, to talk, to swim, to go, to watch, to complete, these are all infinitives because they act as nouns. So, how do we know whether they act as nouns or not? Just remove infinitives and take any noun, whatever you want, and you keep that noun in the infinitive position. Here I have taken some nouns: information, a banana, you, money, him. These are all nouns and pronouns, right? So just replace infinitives. I hate to talk. In the place of to talk, I can say I hate information. She likes him. I want a banana. We dislike you. They have money. So what did I do? So in the position of infinitives, I have kept some nouns, and these sentences give same meaning, right? Not same meaning, different meaning. But so here we can understand infinitives act as nouns. I hope these examples are clear. Just try to read again. So I have taken information, a banana. So not only these nouns, you can take any noun and take any noun, just replace the infinitive position with a noun. That's it. I want to go. So in the place of to go, I can say I want bananas. So I want apples. I want mangoes. We dislike you. We dislike movies. We dislike horror movies. So whatever it is, just take nouns or pronouns and replace them in infinitive position. That's how infinitives act as nouns. I hope these examples are clear, right? I have taken 8 examples. You take any noun and replace that noun in the infinitive position so that you will be able to understand the concept easily. So we'll get into adjectives rule, okay? Look at these 5 examples. She likes to sing songs. I need to complete the project. I'm asking you to make rasam. We prefer to watch movies. He loves to play cricket. In these examples, to sing, to complete, to make, to watch, to play, these are all infinitives. They act as adjectives in the sentence. Then how do I get to know whether they are adjectives or not? We all know the definition of adjectives. Adjectives modify, describe, or give information about nouns or pronouns. And we also know the position of adjectives. So, adjectives are placed before nouns or after the nouns, right? So, we'll see again these examples. She likes to sing songs. Here, songs means plural countable noun, and to sing songs. So generally adjectives are used before nouns. Here to sing is an adjective and it describes song, to sing songs, because adjectives are used before nouns. Again I'm repeating several times, right? I need to complete the project. Here project means uncountable, I mean singular countable noun, a project or two projects. So project is the noun and adjective to complete acts as an adjective. I'm asking you to make rasam. Rasam means so it is like it is a curry, okay? So rasam is uncountable noun and before the noun adjective is used, that is to make. To make is the infinitive and it acts as an adjective in the sentence. We prefer to watch movies. Here movies means plural countable noun and before the noun adjective to watch is used. He loves to play cricket. So in this example cricket is noun, right? Proper noun. Cricket is proper noun. He loves to play cricket. Here cricket is proper noun and to play in the sentence to play is the infinitive. It acts as an adjective because after adjective noun is used, cricket. Remember the definition of adjectives. So Adjectives are used before nouns or sometimes after nouns. This is the definition of adjectives. If you understand the definition of adjectives, you will be able to understand. Just link this concept to adjectives. To sing, to complete, to make, to watch, to play. These are all adjectives. And songs, the project, rasam, movies, cricket, these are all nouns. Nouns are used after adjectives. Here, to watch, to play, to make, to complete, to sing. These adjectives describe nouns, right? So far, we have discussed 2 points. Infinitives act as nouns and adjectives. We'll get into third function, purpose, why we do something. I hope these examples are clear, right? Third use case of infinitives, why we do something. So I go to college. Why? What is the reason of going to college? To study. That is the reason, right? So why you go to college? To study. We wake up early in the morning. Why? What is the reason? To exercise. She wrote an entrance exam. Why? Why did she write? There has to be a purpose, right? So we do something because we have purpose to do something. So she wrote an entrance exam. Why? To get a seat. To study, to exercise, to get. These are all infinitives. So they help us to talk about why we do something. Because whatever we do, we have some purpose. So you take any action. Behind every action, there is a purpose. Without purpose, we don't do anything. So we'll see some more examples. Another 5 examples. I have recently been to Tamil Nadu. Why? Why did I go to Tamil Nadu? To meet my friend. Because I had a purpose. Why I have been to Tamil Nadu, right? You studied hard. Why? Why did you study hard? What was the reason? To come first in the class. She wants to do a job. Why? Why does she want to do a job? To become independent. That is the reason. So we will buy television. So why will we buy television? To watch movies, serials, cartoons, etc. things. Because there is a reason why we want to buy television, right? To watch. She goes upstairs. Upstairs means top of the house, right? You take any house, there is upstairs. She goes upstairs. Why? Why does she go upstairs? To do yoga. Here, infinitives help us to talk about why we do something. We will buy television. Why? To watch movies, serials. She wants to do a job. Why? To become independent. You studied hard. Why? What is the reason? To come fast. So I wake up early in the morning. Why? What is the reason? To do yoga, to go for a walk, to exercise, to do meditation. So these infinitives help us to talk about the purpose of an action. So you studied hard, that is the action. And what is the purpose? To come first, right? She wants to do a job, that is the action. Why? Why does she want to do that action? To become independent. Remember, so far we have discussed 3 functions of infinitives. First function, nouns. Second function, adjectives. Third function, purpose. Why we do actions? Because behind every action there is a purpose, right? So we'll see final mini review. Okay, overview of the concept about infinitives. I want to go. You need to practice. To go, to practice. These infinitives act as nouns. I'm going to replace infinitives as nouns. I want a cycle. You need a friend. You need a box. You need water. So I want a bike. Whatever it is. Just in the place of infinitives, you take nouns and keep them in infinitive positions. Right? Look at second example. I will have to speak English. To deliver a speech, you need to have content. So in these sentences, to speak, to deliver, these two infinitives act as adjectives because they are used before nouns. English means proper noun. A speech means it is also a noun. So to speak, to deliver act as adjectives in these sentences. Look at third example. She went abroad. Why? Why did she go abroad? To study. We use mobiles. Why do people use mobiles? Why do students use mobiles? To learn English or to learn programming, whatever it is. So, behind actions, there are reasons why we do some actions, right? Behind every action, there is a purpose. So, I have taken three examples to give you overall clarity. Remember, I'm going to repeat the last time. Infinitives act as nouns, adjectives, and infinitives help us to talk about the purpose or reason. So it has three functions, right? Overall, I hope we have understood the concept. And I want to tell you one mini note. Mini note. We all know base verbs. When we add to before base verbs, then they become infinitives, right? So look at first two examples. In order to speak English, you need confidence, or you can say to speak English, you need confidence. Here, what I'm trying to tell you is that to plus base verb, that is equal to in order to plus base verb. To speak, that is a infinitive. You can also say in order to speak. Look at the second example. I drove fast in order to reach to the destination quickly, or I can say I drove fast to reach to the destination quickly. So in order, if you add in order, that is also completely correct. So there is nothing wrong. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So far we have discussed three functions of infinitives, right? And I have taken examples. I hope you have understood. Remember, when we add to before base verbs, they become infinitives. And infinitives means non-finite verbs. So infinitives are also verbs, but they are not verbs. They have different functions. They play different roles in a sentence, right? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends who really want to be good at grammar and who want to have command over the language. Thanks for watching.